What's up, guys? It's Cam from Radon Sports News headquarters, and today we got a really fun topic. Today's topic is going to be talking about why do the Dallas Cowboys suck? And let me tell you, it brings me so much joy to even say that sentence because they really do suck, and they sucked for a long time. But we're going to dive into all the multitudes of reasons as to why this team has been so bad for so long. And we're just going to start off right now. Problem number one, the fan base. These delusional fucks keep saying every single year, oh, this is our year. We're going to do it. Dak Prescott's this, or CD Lamb's that, or hell, they're saying this is our year when Tony Romo was quarterback. I just don't get it. You were not going to see change until you idiots stop saying, hey, this is our year. Because all you're doing is feeding Jerry Jones' ego. You're only fooling yourselves. You're getting yourself all hyped up for a season that you know is not going to end well for you. And it has actually been impressive to see these Dallas Cowboys fans. They're a passionate group. I get it. They're also the most senile group of fans in all of sports. Because I just don't understand how you could keep saying year after year, we got it this year. Got what? Every single year, they fucking suck. And I love saying that. As a Giants fan, it's awesome to see. And I know the Giants suck too. Not saying they don't. But wow, the Cowboys are fucking atrocious every single year. And the fan base is a huge problem with that. Because all they do, they feed the ego. They make expectations high. Like, holy, we've done it. This is the roster. Every year. Every single year, the Dallas Cowboys let you down. And it is so much fun to watch on my perspective. And I know Stephen A. Smith's perspective. I love watching those videos where he's just crying, laughing at this god-awful team. The Dallas Cowboys fan base is a huge problem. And that is why Dallas has been bad for so long. Now, moving on to problem number two. Let's talk about the guys that you paid in the offseason. Dak Prescott and CD Lamb. Now, we'll start off with one. CD, just get off the screen for a second. This moron right here, Dak Prescott, I don't know what dirt he has on the Cowboys to get $60 million a year. What is this guy done in his career? What has he proven? The only thing he's proven is to be certified ass at the quarterback position. This guy fucking blows. I mean, you look at his record with teams with a winning record. He's got a record of 29-38. 29-38 against teams with a winning record. That is atrocious. That is not a $60 million a year quarterback. The guy is 2-5 in the playoffs. And not to mention, last year's absolutely playoff beatdown by Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. I mean, they came in and just fucking slapped them around. And it was enjoyable to watch, but it's like, what are you doing, Dak Prescott? This guy is absolutely horrendous. He can't even stay healthy. I mean, how many times is he going to go out the year with an ouchie? This is getting ridiculous, how much we're paying quarterbacks. And to be Dak at the leader of the helm of the quarterback position, that is laughable. $60 million a year for that performance, week in, week out. I mean, the guy is fucking terrible. I don't understand it. And Dak Prescott is a huge reason as to why the Dallas Cowboys will be asked for a long time. Now, moving on. We can bring CD back in here. CD Lamb, you paid him. Okay, I get it. I would pay CD Lamb too. The guy is an absolutely great talent. But the guy is also giving up on the team. Before the season was really over yet, you could see him giving up on the team, yelling at the quarterback, yelling at the coach, saying, oh, I want the ball, get the ball in my hands. The ball can't go to you every single play, you moron. I know a lot of wide receivers are this, kind of diva-like guy, but what are we doing? I mean, just be happy you get the ball a little bit. I mean, he gets the ball a lot still. and he's still complaining. And they're not winning games, and he's over there pouting at the sidelines, throwing temper tantrums. But you got your money. You knew what the Dallas Cowboys were. Why are you complaining? I just don't understand. And then not only that, look at the wide receiver position. They kept Brandon Cooks. For what? Why the hell did you keep Brandon Cooks? He should have been cut last year. The guy is not good. The guy is older now. He used to be very good, but he's not what he was. They got that Jalen Tolbert, who's actually, I think he's pretty good. He's not a number 2 wide receiver yet, but I think if they continue developing him, he might become good. And then they make a puzzling trade at the deadline to bring in Jonathan Mingo, second-year player from the Panthers, who has not shown flashes of anything other than maybe being a future McDonald's worker. I don't understand. We're giving up a 4th-round pick for Jonathan Mingo when you got guys like DeAndre Hopkins or Mike Williams or Deontay Johnson going for 5th-round picks. And they all have a much better resume than Mingo. They're going for less. And if you wanted to, you could have put a pick up and got Amari Cooper again or got Devontae Adams. Not that Devontae necessarily wanted to go to the Cowboys, but you get what I'm saying. I don't understand why we're making that move for Mingo, a 4th-round pick, when you could have gotten people cheaper or maybe just spent a little more and gotten a superstar. I don't understand that. And the Cowboys wide receivers, they are also a big problem as to why they suck and will continue to suck for a long time. Moving on to the running back position. What was everybody talking about in the offseason? It looked like Dallas was going to get Derrick Henry. Everybody's like, oh my God, Dallas is going to get King Henry. And once again, the fans are saying, oh, if we get him, this is our year. Well, Jerry does not shell out money. For what reason? I do not know. Don't let them fool you. These guys have a lot of cap room. They have over $20 million in cap space. Now, granted, losing next year, you're probably going to have a bunch of dead money in Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Brandon Cooks. They'll probably end up getting cut or retire, and rightfully so. I mean, all 3 of those players suck. But sticking with that running back position, you could have got Derrick Henry. You look at Derrick Henry in his tenure with the Ravens so far this year, he's got almost 1,200 yards rushing and 13 touchdowns. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Dallas Cowboys running backs as a whole. They're rushing for 800 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Derrick Henry is blowing all their running backs out of the water. Now, for whatever reason, Dallas said, you know what? Instead of Derrick Henry, let's go sign Ezekiel Elliott again. Now, for whatever reason, Jerry Jones decided to pull Ezekiel Elliott out of his retirement home. I don't understand that thought process, but he's barely even played anyway. They signed him to, I believe it was like $5 million, and they were still paying him from the last contract. So why they did that, I have no clue. The guy hasn't been good for years. And now they're pretty much running with Rico Dowdle exclusively. And Rico Dowdle in his 4th season, well, he's not really proven to be much of anything neither. And then they go ahead and try to, well, let's see if we can bring Dalvin Cook out of retirement here. Let's see if he can make a difference. And Dalvin Cook, I think he played like 1 or 2 games this year, and holy hell was he atrocious. He should honestly be in a retirement home. But what are we thinking? We're saying Derrick Henry, give me Dowdle, Ezekiel Elliott, and Dalvin Cook. That'll do it. No. You guys didn't want to spend money. You got cheap. And now look at your running back position. I mean, hopefully they can be able to draft one, because you jog into another season with that, you're just not going to go anywhere. I mean, Dowdle is just not that great. He could be a solid backup, a solid complimentary guy, but he's no starter. And Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook need to retire. They are long past due. They've been left out of the fridge a little bit too long. They can't do it anymore. That'll pretty much wraps up the running back position. So another big reason why the Dallas Cowboys once again suck. Now another reason why, their defense. Dallas Cowboys defense over the years has actually been pretty good. You look at their last couple years, it's like, okay, Dallas's defense, this is the one bright spot in the team. And this year has just not been the case. I mean, they're letting up over almost 30 points a game, not getting after the quarterback, not turning the ball over. I mean, you look at last year, Deron Bland was a huge part of that. In past couple of years, Trayvon Diggs has been a huge part of that. Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, all these guys have been pretty solid. Now you got Micah Parsons saying, "Oh, I got an ouchie. I got to sit out." And then you got guys like Deron Bland also saying, "Oh, I got an ouchie. I can't play, guys." Now the defense is atrocious. Trayvon Diggs isn't playing like he is. The pass rush is not getting there. DeMarcus Lawrence, add him to the retirement home group. That guy fucking blows too. I mean, your big offseason acquisition on defense was Eric Kendricks, and he's playing okay. Nothing, to write home about. But it's like, what's going on with the defense? Defense is now floundering. They're getting old. It's not working out. So they're in a downward trajectory. Another reason why the Dallas Cowboys suck. What's the next reason? What else could we possibly talk about? The head coach, Mike McCarthy. This blubbering buffoon somehow managed to stay in for another year. Should have got fired last year. And he's completely lost control of the team. The team doesn't know what he wants to do. He doesn't know what he wants to do. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy during the Thanksgiving game said, "You know what, guys? I'm going to sit out this one. I'm going to go eat." He looks clueless. He looks so uninterested in the Dallas Cowboys. I just don't understand what Dallas even saw in him to bring him in the first place. Now, I know Jerry Jones likes a yes man. They don't like a guy like Bill Belichick or even a Mike Vrabel who was on the market. They don't like those guys because those guys, they'll tell you how it is. They're going to run the team. It ain't going to be you, Jerry. And Jerry's ego is too big to let that happen. I just don't understand. Coach, defense, running backs, receivers, Dak Prescott, the fans. The list goes on. And this whole nonsense about cap space, you have plenty of it. Use it. Use it. I mean, they're in the top 10 for most cap space amongst all the teams. You know why? Because they're not using it. And they keep saying, "Oh, we don't have money." For what? You have the money. It's there. I can see it. Well, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for today. That is all the reasons as to why the Dallas Cowboys suck. It will probably continue to suck for a very long time. Which does bring joy to me. And it makes for good TV when Dallas sucks. As always, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have something to add or something to conversate about, feel free to leave a comment. And like always, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.